World Centre in Homebush in Sydney, and the MTV Christmas party. It is a little ripper, let me tell you. Tonight we're going to be taking a look forward at 1989 and casting a glance over our shoulder at 1988, the year that was. And it certainly was a fantastic year for Australian rock and roll. 1988 will be remembered as the year In Excess kicked it all the way to the top, scooping the pool at the MTV Awards and establishing themselves at the top of the heap as one of the hottest live acts in the world, selling millions of albums and leading the Aussie rock and roll export drive. It was the year the Oils and Crowded House continued their quest for world domination, making huge inroads overseas, as did Icehouse, The Church, Big Pig, Wawani, Hoodoo Gurus, Lime Spiders, James Rain, Triffids, AC/DC, Angry, Kings of the Sun, and Jimmy Barnes, all of them scoring well in the international arena, with Barnesy also producing Australia's biggest-selling double live album ever. '88 was the year the Australian of the Year, John Farnham, followed up Whispering Jack with The Age of Reason, launching the album at Expo and hitting the road with the biggest band in the land, the MSO, whilst his old band, LRB, got together with Glenn Shorrock at the helm again. And speaking of comebacks, Darryl Braithwaite returned from the wilderness with a killer album, and the Masters Apprentices redid what they had to do. Do what you want to do, be what you want to be, yeah. The year saw some brilliant new talent emerging, including Johnny Diesel, BB Steele, Go 101, The State, and with a brace of wonderful songs, 1988 was the year for 1927. Yeah. 1988 was a great year for the Rock Melons, the Go-Betweens, Shantuzis, Eurogliders, Divinals, Cockroaches, Mental as Anything, Dragon, Hunters and Collectors, Richard Clapton and the Angels. It was a year of change for the Party Boys, and for Noiseworks, 88 was almost as big as 89's going to be. As with the Venetians, Machinations, Stephen Cummings, Choir Boys, Do Re Mi, and Paul Kelly and the Coloured Girls. In 88, Joe Camilleri's Black Sorrows landed another superb album, as did another of Australia's finest songwriters, Don Walker, with his Catfish. With you tonight, I can be all right in the early hours. It was the year Sharon O'Neill returned to the studio and the stage, and fellow Kiwi Jenny Morris produced some more great music, and the Baby Boys put their stamp on some of our rock and roll classics. It's the way it's gonna be forever now. 1988 was the year some of the world's biggest names hit Australian concert stages, including Mick Jagger, David Lee Roth, Ross, Whitney, Cocker, Foreigner, Sting, George Michael, Brian Ferry, Pink Floyd, and John Cougar Mellencamp. But in what can only be seen as a triumph for our homegrown rock and roll talent, the three hottest tickets of the '88 concert season were all Australian. Yes, certainly a fabulous year for our homegrown talent and the Australian music industry. And we're going to kick off tonight with the three hottest live acts of the year. Jimmy Barnes.
Blue denim in his vein. Oh, he's a working class man. Well, he's a steel town disciple. Oh, he's a legend of his time. He's running like a cyclone across the wild Midwestern sky. Oh,
was red hot in '88, Australia's working class rock and roll hero, Jimmy Barnes.